Hey guys, welcome to the Scholar Online YouTube channel, the channel that is all about learning. In this channel, I make a lot of videos on how to create your own website, how to create your own e-commerce or WooCommerce website and start making money online by selling products online. If you're new to this channel, please remember to hit the subscribe button. You can find it at the bottom of the video and just hit subscribe. Please like this video if you like my content and remember to leave me a comment below. Talk to me, let me know what you like about the videos, what you don't like about the videos, what I can do to improve on these videos. And if you're new to the channel as well, if you go to the description, there is video timestamps available for you if you want to jump ahead to certain sections of the video. If you don't want to watch the entire video, please feel free to utilize those video timestamps and follow us on our social media channels. We've got a Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram page, and let's start. So in this video, we are going to build our own e-commerce store from scratch. We're going to do a lot of things. It's quite a long video, so feel free to use the time stamps that I will include in the description below to jump from one part of the video to the next. Or if you really want to learn everything I'm teaching, watch the whole video from beginning to end, because there's a lot that I'm teaching in this video. I'm showing you from a web design perspective the correct way of approaching web design for e-commerce. I'm teaching you everything. If you were going to a school where they were teaching you how to do web design for e-commerce, you would learn everything I'm teaching you here. Maybe not as much as I'm teaching you, because I'm also including the element of experience when I'm showing you this. The website we're building is going to be called lacewigs.co.za. We're going to show you how to get this logo that we will design for this video. So we're going to go through the logo design process. I'm going to show you how to get the fave icon, design it, install it. We're going to go through all of that. I'm going to show you how to build this front page using Slider Revolution and include a video on it that people will see immediately when they go to your website. They see the video. I'm going to show you how to include your products on the front page of your video without using template kits, just using the theme that we have in here, and no premium themes, just one theme that you're going to pay for, and you have all of this included in it. This is our shop page. Let's just go there quickly. I'm going to show you how to add products in your shop page. So we're going to do all of this. We're going to do the product page design. I'm going to show you how to do this from an SEO perspective. I'm going to show you a lot of things and how to get these products from AliExpress. So we will be drop shipping these products from AliExpress, but we're going to be adding them manually. So we're not going to add a drop shipping plugin. We're going to do this manually, and I'm going to show you the details step by step. Everything that your drop shipping plugin does, we're going to do that in this video manually. So you can see our product is already you can add items to cart. Our shop is live. So by the time you finish this video, you're going to have a live store and a live shop that's ready to go. So if you go to the cart page, you will see the cart page. This is all the items you have on the cart. So if clients were here on your page, they would be ready to, if you got a coupon code, or they would be able to check out immediately, so you can check out of the store, add your items, and immediately pay for this. And this is free shipping. So our store is already live with direct bank transfer method that's already been included on this. Okay, so we're gonna show you how to do that, and a little bit in our account page. This is created automatically by WooCommerce, terms and conditions. So this is a fully functional e-commerce store that is selling wigs, and we're gonna add more products as we go along. So this video is a third video in a series of multiple videos. If you just coming to this channel for the first time directly with this video, please have a look at the two videos prior in this series, so you can learn how we did our product research and ended up with the wigs that we're selling, and how we pick our sort of keywords, and all the work that you have to do in the planning process of designing your website. So by now you've done your planning, you already know what you want to sell, and you're just gonna go through the web design process step by step. So this is quite a long video. Just tuck in. If you want to jump over to certain sections, use the timestamps below, and let's get started. Last week we did a little bit of a research. We checked out things on AliExpress. I showed you how to do product research and figure out what you want to sell in your online store. So I've decided for my online store, I'm going to sell wigs and hair products. from AliExpress. So if you look at these hair products, I've spent a little bit of time here and I've looked at a lot of things, and I've finally settled on just one store because I want to sort of focus on buying products from one supplier and test those products. So the first thing I'll do is place an order, test it, and make sure that their delivery time is as they promised and the quality of the product is decent enough for me to sell it so I don't get sued and get into trouble with clients, okay? So I'm going to do that this week. I've decided to sell wigs, and I've decided to sell them from this store that is called Unpretty on AliExpress, because what I like about Unpretty compared to all the other stores is that they've got free shipping and they ship to South Africa in 9 to 22 days, okay? This is one of the main reasons why I picked this store, because I looked at a lot of stores and the majority of them charge for shipping, and then some of them only ship in about 40 days, 40 to 60 days. Stuff is going to arrive in November, and I don't like that. Clients don't want to wait a long time for their product. So 9 to 22 days is pretty decent, and the prices for that period, I think it's probably, it's good enough, compared to everything else that is on AliExpress. So I'm going to go for this store and I'm going to sell lace wigs. So the next thing that I did after that is today we're going to look at our schedule. So the things that we're going to do today is we're going to select a domain name. We're going to select a theme for our website, and we're going to do a little bit of web design and on-page SEO. So today we're going to build our store. Okay, the basics of the store, we're definitely going to get it done today. So let's start with the domain name selection. Before we can do a domain, I'm just going to tick that it's done because we're going to do that now. The domain name must be based on what you're selling. Remember what I told you the last time is that the majority of SEO starts with selecting your domain name. So because I'm going to sell lace wigs, I want to pick a domain that's talking to lace wigs, because I want to use that to help boost my SEO, because I want my website to be about lace wigs. Okay, I don't want to call my website Mzansi Hair, or I want to call it something that people are actually going to be searching for, and I want the search engine to pick up from my domain name. That's what my website is all about. My website is about lace wigs, so I want to call my domain lace wigs. So what we do for that, the first thing I did first of all is, as I showed you last week, is to do the keyword planning. All right. So we went to the Google Keyword Planner. You just find it from adsgoogle.com and search for the keyword planner. Once you get there, I already sort of entered the ideas around lace wigs. Okay, so I entered lace wigs South Africa to sort of see the searches, competition, and sort of the prices. And for lace wigs, as you can see there, you get pretty decent search volume, 2,400 searches per month. That's pretty decent, even though there's high competition. But top of the bid range is less than 5 rand. So I think I can deal with that, considering how much these lace wigs go for. Okay, if you can sell one lace wig for about 3,000 rands. Even if the top of the bid range is a bit higher, you can sort of afford to pay for that advertising, even with the high competition. So I'm definitely going to go for lace wigs specifically. Even with the high competition, the search volume is decent. All right. So for 2,400, I went to straight to domains.co.za, and guess what? I searched lacewigs.co.za, and that domain has not been taken. It's available. Lacewigs.co.za is available. So I'm immediately going to add this to cart. Okay, and I'm going to buy this domain right now. Okay, and this lace wig, who is privacy 49. I don't care if people know that I'm the one owning this. Add web hosting. I already have a hosting package, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to continue with it as it is. I'm going to add it to my existing hosting. So I'm just going to check out. Okay, so I'm only getting charged 79 rand for this domain. Okay, so I'm going to check out immediately, and I'm already registered. All right, and just enter my information. So I'm going to do this off camera, and when you go there the first time, you'll register, buy the domain, and then we'll chat up later after I finish buying the domain. So fast forward the video, I've just made a purchase of lacewigs.co.za. I actually went back and tried to search for lacewigs.com, and you can see lacewigs.com has been taken, but that's all right. I think lacewigs.co.za is going to be sufficient. And we're going to be delivering our wigs only to South Africa, so I'm pretty happy with the .co.za domain. So once you've made your purchase, If you're purchasing for the first time from domains, you can just buy a hosting package as well. If you buy a hosting package, you will pay 89 Rand a month. So you will go to hosting there, and you will go to web hosting, and you will buy a hosting package. You can buy this one with 5 gigs, that's sufficient. And then the domain will be included for free. Then you don't pay for the domain, you just pay the 89 Rand a month. And it's not a contract, so you can cancel it at any time. And then the domain after that, you have to pay to renew it every year. But I already have a hosting package, so I'm not going to buy it. I just added this to my existing hosting package, and that's fine. So once you have got the hosting package, you get an email with your cPanel details. Domains use the cPanel. You just go into that cPanel and log into the cPanel with the login password that they give you. And this is what cPanel looks like. They'll give you like a cp something.domains.co.za. And you'll see the domain that you purchased there. So this is a different one that I bought a long time ago, and I just added this to this hosting package. So what you need to do is you go to the bottom, and we're going to go to the WordPress application, and this is what we will use to install WordPress onto our website that we just bought right now. So click on the WordPress button, and then click on install now. Okay, what I like about domains as well is that it comes with a free SSL certificate, so you don't have to worry about now installing an SSL certificate. But if you're purchasing from a different hosting provider, make sure they give you an SSL certificate, and make sure the SSL is installed before you do your WordPress. Okay, many people like to build a WordPress on a non-SSL website, and then they want to transfer it later to SSL. Bad idea. Okay, start building your website from an SSL enabled domain from the beginning, so that you don't have issues later on trying to transfer it to SSL. Okay, so click on install now, and you're going to look for HTTPS. Make sure you install it on HTTPS, not HTTP. So you have an option for HTTP, HTTP www, and HTTPS or HTTPS www. Okay, I always go for HTTPS, so I don't need the www in front of it. Okay, and then once you've added it to your hosting package, you should be able to see it on the drop down menu there. Okay, and the domain that we just bought here was lacewigs.co.za. So we're installing this HTTPS lacewigs.co.za, right? The name of our site is going to be lacewigs. Okay, so it says trusted SSL not certificate not found. Okay, so that's very easy to solve. So we're just going to leave this. We're going to sort of go back. All right, and we're going to go to, if this happens to you and you're using domain, you can follow the same steps I'm doing. You're going to go to domains. You're going to look for the SSL place, SSL TLS. All right, just do that. And that's not the one. SSL TLS status, there it is. Okay, and you're just gonna go run auto SSL. Because I just bought this now, it takes a bit of time. So what it does is that if you do run auto SSL, it will go find all the domains, and if it finds that there was one where the SSL is not installed, it will do it for you. You don't have to do this all the time, but if you've just bought a domain and then you get there and you find the SSL is not installed yet, just run this manually, and then it will install for you. So I'm just gonna fast forward to the end of this. Okay, so auto SSL is finished running. Let's just go down and find our domain just to make sure it's there. You will see lacewigs.co.za with a green next to it. That means the SSL certificate is installed. Okay, so you can go back to your WordPress, and then let's try and install the WordPress again. Go to install now, and pick again HTTPS, and then pick your lacewigs.co.za, and this time you shouldn't have an issue there. We're going to call this Lace Wigs, and we're going to call the description is Lace Wigs suppliers in South Africa, Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, Okay, I've picked Lacewig as my keyword. I know you need sort of long tail keywords, and they'll tell you all about that, but that's That's all right. You can still you start with the short ones, and we'll add the long tail ones when we're doing the on pages. So I'll show you that. But make sure you start with your main keyword that you want your site to be associated with in your name, in your description. We have it in our domain. I mean, Google's gotta know that our website is about lace wigs. Okay. Then I'm just going to quickly do that. Okay, and once you're done with that, you just click install, and it's going to install a blank WordPress installation on your domain that you just bought with an HTTPS. Make sure you have that HTTPS. That's what you want. It means your website has already been installed on an SSL certificate enabled site, which is going to solve you a lot of problems in the future. Do not do it on HTTP. Okay. So let's just open it and see what it looks like. And then let's open the other one in a new tab. That's our WP admin. So we're going to be working from, so this is the blank website. This is the blank theme that comes with WordPress. Okay. And this is our back end that comes with WordPress. And so we're going to transform this into a proper professional e-commerce website that sells lace wigs. I'm going to show you all the tricks of the trade and how you can do this professionally. People are going to look at this and think this is an amazing site that you've built. All the steps shown in this, okay? So some of these might cost you a little bit, because if I have to show you professional cannot be free, okay? There's a previous video we've done in the past where I've shown you how to build an e-commerce website using completely free everything. In this specific video, we're not gonna go for free everything because we are going to go for professional. So some of it might cost you a little bit of money, okay? And just follow along. And if you decide, actually, no, you don't wanna pay anything, you can always go back. I'm gonna link it in the description below and rather use the themes associated that I've shown you in the previous video where actually everything was done for free. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to completely change our appearance. So let's go to appearance and go to themes, all right? And we are going to remove all of this and we're going to add a new theme. And the theme is the one that is going to be a paid for theme. Okay, we're not going to use a free theme in this instance because I want to show you something that is really professional. And you know, price comes with what you get. Okay, free is not always the best. Sometimes you got to pay a little bit for it. But I assure you, this is probably the most affordable way to do it that I'm going to show you in this video. So for that, we need to go to Envato, my favorite online marketing place. Okay, the way you access Envato is just go to a blank WordPress, a blank Google page, and just Google Envato Elements. Okay, a lot of designers use this. I use this definitely all the time. You just click on it. They've got unlimited, they've got like stock videos, video templates, music, sound effects, graphic templates, graphics, presentation templates, photos, fonts, add-ons. But they also have website, WordPress themes and WordPress template kits for Elementor. They've got a lot of things, and I actually use this. And you can get an account from Envato Elements where you pay about $16, okay, a month. So let me just show you what $16 is. I'm gonna just pull out my calculator. You won't see it on the screen there, but I'm just doing a quick calculation to show you that $16 is about 272 Rand. Okay, 272 Rand a month to get membership into Envato, and then you have unlimited downloads. You can download as much as possible. So if you were running your own web design company and you were charging clients for websites, and you can charge clients, for e-commerce, we're talking 10 grand upwards. You can charge clients for e-commerce websites, okay, depending on the type of website they want. And if you're gonna charge somebody 10 grand, I think 272 rand a month is not a lot to pay to get the best themes in the market. I assure you the themes from Envato are some of the best ones. All right. And so I'm going to go here and I'm going to search for e-commerce, and I've already done a search because I don't want to waste your time in this video. I've already searched for beauty store WordPress themes, and these are all the themes that come up. I mean, look at this. It's amazing. You can do a lot with this, and this is more than you'll get on the typical WordPress searches. And if you have already paid for the membership, you can just download these for free, and you have unlimited download. So you can download like 100 of these website themes a day. They're not even going to check and say, no, you've downloaded too many. You can download as many as you want. The only thing is, when you pay for the membership, you have to, like, when you download, you have to sort of like, for example, if I'm downloading here, I have to specify which project I'm downloading this for, and then I can only use it for the project I downloaded it. So I can't download a theme and then sell it to somebody else. That's not allowed, and they might, you're gonna get into trouble for that. So when you download, you have to specify the project you're doing it for. If you've got another client who wants the same thing, you have to come back and re-download it again and license it for the new client. But once you've downloaded it, you can use it for commercial purposes, and the client can have their website running forever. You're not gonna get into any trouble. You can use it even if you cancel your membership later. The stuff you've already downloaded before you cancel your membership is yours. You don't have to return it, okay? So this is not one of those where if you cancel your membership, things stop working. No, you can cancel your membership, and everything you've downloaded up to the time you've canceled your membership, you can keep. Okay, but you can't reuse it. So if I had downloaded a website and I did it for client A and then I cancel my membership, I can't reuse it for client B. Okay, if I want to use it for client B, I have to come back, get another membership and re-download it. And trust me, they have a way of finding out these things because they've got, this is the internet. Nothing is hidden on the internet. And I know people that try to then they download one theme and then they want to use it for like multiple clients, and then they sort of put no index on their website because they don't want that website to be indexed, because they know once it's indexed, people can find them and then they are not licensed, and then they're going to get into trouble, and then they try to get away from it by not indexing the website. It's a very underhanded tactic. I don't recommend it, because what no index does, it harms your clients' online presence. If they can't be indexed, they can't rank on Google and they'll never be found. They can't do SEO. So don't do that to your clients, okay? Don't buy one theme and then try to do it replicate it, don't want to pay for it, and think you can get away with it if you don't index your website. Don't do that. It's only $16 a month. So otherwise, design your own theme, right? So the theme I've picked is this one, Cosmetis, Cosmetis Star, all right? And I'm going to download it over there, all right? So this is the theme that I'm going to go for, all right? And it's made by CMS Masters, and I love these guys. I've used a couple of their themes. They are really, really good. Once you download a theme like this, they have their own built-in sort of CMS systems. You don't have to have you don't have to buy additional plugins, because a lot of even free templates, once you install it, you have to get additional plugins for Elementor Pro. If you want to get like a like a footer that is on all the pages, you gotta get Elementor Pro. If you want to get like your products listed on the front page, you gotta get Elementor Pro to get the WooCommerce to work on the front page. There's a lot of things that when you use the free themes, you have to pay for additional stuff to make your website look nice. Okay, what I like about CMS Masters is you're gonna pay for this once. Okay, and once you pay for this, a lot of the additional premium things you would pay for in like Elementor Pro or whatever is included in the theme. The theme allows you to do a whole lot, and I'll show you, right? So you can look at the live preview, right? This is a live preview of the website. The thing I was talking about is to add your products on the front page like this, and have them linked directly to your product list. If you get a lot of the free themes, if you want to do this, you need like the Elementor Pro or the WooCommerce to be included in that. You're going to pay for this, okay? And if you buy this theme, it comes with their own CMS system that allows you to do this without you're not going to pay extra. So you're going to buy the theme once, and it has all of these features included. All right, it has, you can do, blogging, the online store. So it's going to have WooCommerce already included in it, functionality, and you don't have to design this page. So you don't have to include template kits as well. The template kits, a lot of people I actually used to use a lot of template kits, but template kits are, additional work, and you have to download. Some of them you have to pay for them as well. So what CMS Masters does is they give you this theme, but they also have pre-built websites that you can work with. So you don't have to then work with template kits. You can buy the theme and install their pre-built website so you don't have to design the details of what goes where. You buy it once, you import the pre-built website, you just do modifications, and it's the easiest way to work. So I'm going to go with this. I've already downloaded it. I'm just going to install it, but before I do that, you download this, you download it there, okay? If you've already bought the membership, once you download it, it's going to come in a zip file. You unzip it, and inside the zip file, there's a lot of things to work with. I'll show you what the zip file looks like. If you go to, so this is what will come into the zip file. In the zip file, it will have the zip theme. It will have the child zip theme, which you can use to if you want to edit the CSS and the theme itself. It will come with the demo content. So this is all the demo websites. So they've pre-built demo content for you that you can work with to help your design journey, that you do not have to build a website from scratch, and you don't have to use template kits as well. And then they've got the documentation. All right, so the first thing you should do when you download a theme like this is go to the documentation, open that index file, and just read through the documentation. And I've opened that index file, and it's this one here. All right, and I'm just going to take you through the index file. So on the index file, on the documentation file, they're showing you, they're telling you thank you for installing our theme, all the things you have to do, because this website is actually quite big. All right, so the standard sort of specifications that are in most hosting packages won't allow you to install this theme, and I'll show you why. So if you go to your backend, right, and you would need to install a new theme up there, add a new theme. But in this specific case, we're not going to look for the theme in the theme store of WordPress because we have bought our own theme. We are going to install the theme we've bought into WordPress. So we're going to click Add New, all right? And instead of looking through these WordPress themes, right, we are going to upload our own theme. So at the top there, just click Upload Theme, and then you have to choose a file to upload. So if you click Choose a File there, and you go to your downloads, and you go to the new, this is what we've just downloaded now, the zip file. If you unzip it, this is what you find inside. You need to install this zip file as it is. Don't unzip it. Just as it is, as a zip file, you just open and you install it, okay? And then you click Install Now. The first time you do this, you're gonna have a bit of an issue because the zip file is bigger than what you're allowed to install with a typical WordPress installation because it's huge. Installing the theme from unpacking. Theme installed successfully. Okay, good. All right, so the theme was installed successfully. That's unusual. Usually you get an error when it gets here, so this theme is not very big. If you do get an error and it doesn't install and it says, the root, whatever, can't be found, what you need to do is you need to go here and look at the max file upload, all right? And just copy these sentences as they are and paste them in your HTC access file in your backend, okay? I'm gonna do it anyway because I don't want to have issues in the future because typically they limit your HTC access they limit the size of the files you can upload because they're trying to save your space. And this is why there was a comment from last week's video where a guy was asking, can I just use this AfriHost theme? Have AfriHost hosting package for 49 rands because it's cheap. And I was trying to explain to him that it's cheaper, but look at the specs, okay? The specs are saying 1 gig maximum, okay? If you look at some of these website themes that we're installing, the theme itself is close to 1 gig. Then how are you going to build a website with such small space availability? You won't be able to, especially for e-commerce. So you're going to copy this. This allows you to upload bigger files. You copy that, you go back to your you go back here. So I'm just going to go to the file manager. Okay, you go to the file manager and you're looking for the HTC access file. Because we installed this as a subdomain or as an add-on domain to this hosting package, we have to look under public.html, right? And just look for the file that says lacewix.co.za. Okay, this is where our WordPress installation is, under lacewix.co.za. This is all the files that come when you install WordPress. They come with the WordPress. Okay, this is the WordPress. So you look for the HTC access file, and there it is. And you click to edit that file. Okay, that's all right. Just click edit. You're gonna edit it online. And at the end of this file, you're gonna paste that the PHP value max size 64 megs, 128 megs, variables, whatever. What this does is it allows you to then upload bigger file sizes, and you're not gonna have an issue. I actually thought we would have an issue with uploading the zip file, but we didn't. Okay, but in case you had an issue, just come and fix this here and click save changes, and then you can close that, and you can close that, and you go back there, and then it's all sorted, right? So we're going back to our back end. This is installed correctly. So we're just going to go to the dashboard, all right? And once we go to the dashboard, we go back to our website. Let's just refresh it. I like to see what I'm doing as I go along, all right? Okay, so we haven't activated the theme. Okay, so we must go to Appearance, Themes. And this is the one we installed. Okay, we're going to activate this one to be the main one, all right? Just save changes. We will change this later. Let's go back to the appearance themes. So we've activated that. What you need to do once you activate this is you need to delete the other ones, okay? They take up space in your backend, even though you can't see it, they do. And they are a security risk as well, okay? For hackers, if there's, they can sort of test your website out to see if you've got certain files, because they know they come standard with WordPress. If you're not using a certain theme, delete it. Leave only the one that you're using. We've activated that. Let's go back to our website. Let's refresh it again. And now you'll see the website is different. This is now just the theme, okay? Just the theme of the website. There's nothing in it. There's no content. And this is what I was telling you, that what I like about CMS Masters is that they provide a lot of default sort of like, not default, but like example websites that you can work with. So you don't have to redesign, because typically what you would do after installing a theme is that you would have to come and now redesign the whole website yourself or get a template kit. But it's easier if you work off a website somebody has already built, an example website, and you work off of that. So that's what we're going to do, all right? And I'm going to pause this here, and then we're going to continue in the next part of the video. So now we're looking at our new website. What I want to do now is to do a quick test. And as a good web designer, you need to have this in mind. As you build your website, you've got to build it for search engine optimization and search engine sort of best practices as you go along. This is not something you must leave out at the end and try to fix it later when everything is done, okay? So before we add any content to the fresh installation of our theme, what I like to do to test how fast or slow this theme is, and I haven't tested this before, there's a video I've done on testing WordPress themes, and if you have a look at that video, I'll link it in the description below perhaps. Just go through that video and see how the tests we've done for all the different WordPress themes, and we ended up with the fastest WordPress theme. And if you want to build a WordPress website for speed, that's the theme you want to go for, right? But we've already picked a theme, not thinking about the speed, but I like to just know what the speed is anyway, okay? So to do that, go to Google and search for Page Speed Insights, and I always like to use the Google tool. There's many other tools you can use, but I like this one. It works just as well as any other one. And just click Analyze, and just analyze the speed of your website. It's going to analyze it for web, for sort of the web access and mobile access, so you can see, from a fresh installation, how good or bad is your website, because you can't do better than a fresh installation. After this, you're going to be adding more content, images, videos, and everything you add will just slow your website down, okay? So from a fresh installation of WordPress, you can see, you're already looking at 69 on the mobile, and on the desktop is 87. This is not good, okay? A theme, you really want a theme to be at over 90 because there's no content on it yet. It's just a fresh installation. So this already tells you that this theme, from the render blocking resources, you already have 1.35 seconds. This website loads in, what's the time there? The total loading time to interactive 1.3 seconds. On the mobile is a bit slower, usually 4.2 seconds. This is not great, okay? What you want is a theme that already is sitting at 80 to 90% with a fresh installation, because everything you do after a fresh installation will just slow your website down. But there are things you can do later on to improve page speed, and for this one we'll have to use something like a like a third party sort of middleman to sort of speed us up, and I'll show you how to do that in the end, because I really like this theme and that's the theme I want to use, but it's not very good for speed. But there's nothing we can do about that because that's the theme we've chosen. But just be aware of this when you do a theme, and always try and do this test from a fresh installation, and let it, guide the kind of theme you want to use. Okay, so we're going to go back to our schedule. Okay, this is what we did last week, project planning. Today we're doing web design. We've already completed the domains and selection and picked the domain, installed our website, so that's done. The website theme, we've already done that, so I'm going to close task and say that's already done. Okay, and then the web design, that's what we're going to do next. Okay, and then after that, we'll do a little bit of on-page SEO. So what we're going to do now is design sort of the look and feel of our website. So let's go to our fresh installation. Let's go to our back end, and I'm just going to sort of refresh that. And when you do that, you will see at the top there, all right, this theme requires the following plugins: CMS Masters, There's a lot of plugins you have to install, Instagram feed, MailPoet, for the theme to work well, okay? If you don't install these, you can't do much with the theme. So I'm going to just say begin with the plugins, installations, and just click the top there so that it selects all the plugins. There's no reason why you shouldn't install them all, okay? Because we don't want this to not work well. And just click apply. Sorry, no, the back action must be installed. So click them all, click install, then click apply. So now take a bit of time, and I'll fast forward to the end of this installation. Okay, when the installation is done, you'll see the last one, 14 of 14, has been installed. All the installation has been completed successfully. That's great. Just refresh this page again. And now what you want to do is you want to activate the installed theme. So you're going to do the same thing. Just go activate bulk actions and just do it all at once. All right, so once you've activated all your plugins, you will see a page like on your page. There'll be no more plugins because no action is required now. Just go quickly to your dashboard and sort of refresh your dashboard and sort of okay, then because they've just installed WooCommerce, we just have to sort of go quickly through this WooCommerce installation. So I'm actually going to. So when you get to this page, I've deactivated MailChimp, Google Ads as well, because we'll do this manually. We won't need this app. And the reason why I activated MailChimp is our CMS system already comes with a sort of, they've already selected and built in a different mailing system. So we're not going to need MailChimp. Continue with my active theme. No, thanks. Great. Okay. So this will get you here. And what I like to do when I get here is just to change these US dollars. I like to do this from the beginning. And the best way to do that is to go to WooCommerce settings and just change your store currency there to South African Rand. Okay. South African Rand. And just, I like to do this right at the beginning. And shipping, privacy policies, all of that we will fix later. So I just want the installation done, WooCommerce installed. And if you look at our website, you won't notice that we've done anything different. It looks exactly the same. So what we're going to do next is we're going to install one of those apps, websites that comes with a theme that's already done. We had to do the plugins first. And if you've done the plugins properly, if you go to right at the bottom, there is that thing that says import demo content. This was a plugin that was installed when we installed that whole list of plugins. We didn't look at them one by one, but one of them was this. You needed that plugin first. And if you go to demo content and you click on it, you'll see at the bottom there's only one demo. All right. That's all right. So click that and it's going to import posts, pages, images, categories, post types, upload attachments, widgets, the theme settings, sliders. So it's going to do everything. It's going to import everything that's in the demo. If you want only to do the sliders, you can sort of untick one of these. But when I start off, I just import everything. You can always delete the ones you don't want later. Like if there's posts you don't want and you want to include your own blog posts, you can delete them later, but rather import everything at the beginning. All right, so this is done. Some errors, I'm not sure why, But let's just check what we've got. Once you've imported this, if you go to your website and refresh it, you should already see the new, imported site. Okay, so that's the transformation, right? Look at that. So this is what we're going to work with. So if you look at the top here, you've got a slider. This is a slider, and we will work. I'll show you how to edit this slider, and then you get sort of a product list. And these products are sort of they come directly from whatever product list you would have had inside the the brand would be the the category, the product category that you would have. And then these are your blog posts. So based on whatever blog post you've written, your name, your author of the blog post, they will be shown here, or based on the different categories for the posts. And if you've got videos you want to sort of share about on your blog, on your website, you can include them here. And if you've got reviews, client reviews, you can include them here. We knew, so I don't think we'll have any reviews, but this is the home page, all right? And then you got the reviews page. Every time somebody puts up a review, it will show there the brands, the tutorials, features, the shop page. Let's have a quick look at the shop page and what's included in there. All right, so the shop page, currently I don't see anything on the shop page, but we'll edit all of this and we will have a look. So if we look at our back end, I just want to go to the dashboard first so I can just refresh everything. I just want to show you a couple of things that have been imported. If you go to the pages, you can see all the pages that were imported with the demo content. So we've got blogs, body care, brushes, all of these were imported for you and with demo content. And what you can do now, what all we're going to do is edit these pages or delete the ones we don't want. Okay, and then let's have a look at the posts. I also want to show you that blog posts, sort of example blog posts, were all imported as well. So these are all the example blog posts that came with the theme. I'm just going to delete this one. I like to delete trash the hello world. I don't know why they actually include that in there. And then you'll see the author is currently you. I'll show you quickly how to change this author. All right, so let's do that now. So if you go to users, all users, and you'll see that user there, that's you, that's my email address. I'm going to just edit this, and I'm going to just change the name from this to lace wigs, lace wigs admin. All right, admin, and display me as lace wigs admin, right? And let's just save that quickly, and then immediately you will see that will change as well on our home page. If we look at the where is it, the author of the posts will now be Lace Wigs admin. Okay, that looks more professional than just your names there. So we're going to now start with the web design process. If you look at our list, we are now busy with this task. We started with it already, but we're going to continuing with the web design process. And this is the back end. Okay, this is what our website looks like. The first thing I want to change here on the web design is your logo and your fave icon. This is probably one of the most important elements of web design. This is your site identity. This is the branding that is associated with your website. And usually, if you're doing this for a client, you would ask your client to provide you with a logo, or if you're building your own one, you have to design your own logo. And and your fave icon, that's what goes up there. Now you have a couple of options doing this. If you have to design your own logo, you could, number one, either go and hire a graphic design company to do it for you, and they're going to charge you an arm and a leg for it, or you can design your own logo, but then you're not a graphic designer, so you have a little bit of an issue. If you're not a graphic designer and you want to do full house web design, and you don't want to learn the intricacies and download all your, what you call them, your Adobe suite that costs another arm and a leg to maintain every month, I'm going to show you a very quick and simple way to do it. This is logo design, quick snippet for non-graphic design people. Okay, so logo design for normal people. What you do, you head over to your Envato Elements account that I've already told you about. By now you already have the thing set up, right? So if you go to graphic design, let me just show you this from the beginning, okay? So if you go to Envato Elements, you could just search here for a hair logo. I want a logo and I'm doing a hair company. Just search at the top there and you're going to see a couple of things are going to come up. Logos you can already use that have already been designed by other people and you don't have to design this yourself. So I'm just going to go on see more under graphic templates, and then what it does for you there, you can see at the top, it has now sort of narrowed the search. You're now only looking for hair logos under graphic templates. If you look up there, you'll see all the different sort of departments that you can get things from: videos, music, photos, fonts, blah, blah, blah. But now we're only looking at graphic templates, and in there we're looking for the hair logo. And these are all the different hair logos you can go for, okay? Now you could be building a website for anything, and you could search for whatever it is you're doing, but we're doing a hair sort of lace wig, a store, so we're doing something along hair, hence I searched for a hair logo. And this is the one I picked, okay? So if you find the one that you like, just open it. Okay, I'm gonna open it in a new tab. And this is what the logo looks like, okay? And if you read down there, they'll give you AI and EPS file versions. So if you're a normal person, you don't have any sort of software that's going to be able to open AI or EPS, I'm going to show you another quick solution. Just go and search for, because this is what I use a lot. Okay. Just search for Affinity Designer, right? And the one that comes, the first one there. Affinity Designer is an affordable non-Adobe Suite version for software that you can do graphic design with. Okay, it's not as complex. It doesn't have all the elements of Adobe, like if you want your Adobe, all the different Adobe products they've got that do graphic design. It doesn't have all of that, but it has sufficient stuff for you to be able to edit files that have already been built by other people if you just want to do something. So if you, for example, come and you download this file, you maybe want to change the writing here. You don't want it to say beauty salon and spa. You want it to say, hair wigs, South Africa, lace wigs, South Africa. You don't want to design the whole logo. You just want to get a nicely designed logo, and you just want to add your own tagline in there and make it your own. All right. So you once you have the membership, you can use this logo for your own branding. You get a license to be able to use this. So Affinity Designer, you just get there, you buy it. Okay, they've got publisher. They've got photo, and I think designer is a little bit at the bottom. Okay, so just look for it. There it is. And it only costs you $7.99. And this is a once-off. I've paid this once-off, like, I don't know, many, many years ago, and I'm still using the same version. So they're not going to charge you for updates every year. They're not going to charge you monthly charge. I mean, this is a once-off fee. You buy it now, and you're going to have Affinity Designer forever. And this is how I like my software. I want to know how much it costs. I want to pay it and then get the software. I don't want to pay for the software, and then every month you got to renew the membership, and then a year later they're going to tell you again, oh, no, for you to get the update, you got to pay for the update. No. Okay, so this is great for that. I paid it. All right, so this is my graphic, this is my Affinity Designer. So what I did is that I then went, I'm going to close this, and then I downloaded this. All right, then I opened it. This is what the file looks like. I opened the AI file. They've got AI or EPS. Okay, so I opened the AI version, which is sort of like an Adobe Illustrator file type. Okay, but you can open it on Affinity. So it looks like this, and you can edit this. Like if you wanted, and you wanted to change this color and you wanted a red logo instead, you could change it to red. You could go to colors, you could do a lot, and I'm not going to do a sort of an Affinity Designer tutorial. But what I'm trying to show you is that you could download these logos from Envato, and then change them the way you like. Change the colors, change the writing. So I want this to say something else. I want this to talk to my business. Then you can just type this and type whatever you want, your business, and then just like that you've got a logo. So what I've done is that I've already created it off screen. Okay, so I just sort of copied that part and did my own writing, lace wig, because you need a straight logo. If you look at our theme, our website theme, you'll see that this is like a sort of like a long logo. So you need logo that sort of is going to fit there. So that's the one I've created. And then I want a fave icon as well, which is like square, which is the one that's going to go on your website at the top there, right? So this is the fave icon I've created, and that's the long logo I've created. I've decided to keep the colors as they are. I didn't change anything about the colors because you can see according to our theme, the pink sort of goes with it. So I'm just going to work with the pink. So once I've now created my logo and changed built it the way that I wanted to fit my store, I'm just going to go back to the back end, and I just want to show you with this theme, you need to go to the theme settings, all right, and click on the theme settings, and this is where you can upload and update your logo. You can have the large one, the whatever retina one. I'm just going to use the same logo, and I'm going to select files. I'm going to go to the desktop where I've created that, and it's the Lace Wigs one, all right. And that's what it looks like, the logo there. I'm just going to put in alt text Lace Wigs, all right. This is a good habit. Most web designers, if you're new, you don't know that you don't do this, but I'm just going to like sort of give you some good tips as I go along. Every time you upload an image, at that time you upload the image, please include the alt text, the caption, the description. By now you already know what is your keyword that you're working with for your website, because we've already done the keyword research. We've already picked up the keywords that we want. So you need to make sure that every time you upload an image, you are including your keywords in the image name, number one. So you can see the way I've named my file. I've called it Lace Wigs so that it goes together with my sort of my keyword planning and my SEO for the website. You include it in your alt text, include it in the description so that it's all over your images, because even though most people browsing your site are not going to know what is the name of the image, I assure you the Google bot is going to know the name of your image, and if the name of your image is in line with your keywords, it's going to even more reinforce the idea that your website is about lace wigs. We really want this Google bot to not be confused about the fact that this website is about lace wigs, all right? So we've got it everywhere. We've got it in the name, in the URL, we've got it in the name of the logo, we've got it in the description, we've got it in the alt text. It's all over the site, and that as I'm going along, I'm actually showing you already tips and tricks around on-page SEO. If you look at our tasks here, you know, one of the things we're going to be doing is on-page SEO. Everything I'm doing now, everything I'm showing you, these are best practices for on-page SEO as well. Okay, so we're just going to insert that image. That's done. I'm going to just insert the same image there, okay? Yeah, that's all right. Save changes. Go back to the site. Let's have a look at it. There you go. And it looks all right. Actually, I'm quite happy with that. So that's our logo there. And then we're going to change the fave icon. Okay, for that, we need to go to the appearance, customize, site identity. Most themes do it that way. Most themes, you change the fave icon under the site identity, all right? And this is no different. So this is the title we selected when we created the store the first time. Remember when we created the WordPress and we selected the title and the tagline, it's the same. If you want to change it later, this is where you can change it, okay? So the site icon, that's going to be your fave icon, all right? So I'm just going to upload that fave icon I've built, which is the Lace Wigs fave icon.png. And I'm going to give it the same name for the alt text, okay, without the dashes. And I'm going to give it the same name for the caption and the description. Never leave this blank, okay? You're just leaving an opportunity to add more information and more content to your website, to talk to the search engine. So utilize everything they give you, okay? Then that's a fave icon. I like the way it looks there as an app icon with a black background. That's all right. I think the pink and the black look decent. I'm going to publish that. And as soon as you publish it, you will see on your website there, you'll see already there, it's already shown there. If you refresh this, it should also show there as well. So the first step of web design, we are completed with it. We do the logo and the fave icon, okay? What our front page looks like. Remember I said we're going to replace this one here. All right, so to replace that one there, you need to go to the home page, to all the page. So if you look at all the pages, just go to the top there where it says screen options and change this number items per page to 999, okay? And then click apply. What this will do is that it will show all the pages in one, you know, so you can see all your pages at the same place. And then I want to go and look for the front home page. All right, there it is, home one, okay? So if I want to click at the front home page, you will see the front home page, this is the way the Content Masters CMS build it. CMS Masters build their pages. We're not going to be using, the typical sort of page builder that we've been using. The page builder that they use already comes with the theme itself, and at the very beginning is your slider. This is what we're going to be editing for now, but you can see all the other elements that go in the page. All those other elements are the rest of the elements on the page there. So what we're going to start with is the slider. All right. So for the slider, just click on it there and just take a note of the slider name, slider home 1. All right. And there's multiple sliders you can go with, but they went with home 1. And I'm not going to update. I'm just going to cancel. And we can't edit the slider here. We have to edit it on the Slider Revolution. It's also an additional plugin. This is one of the plugins you installed when you clicked install all plugins at the beginning with your theme. One of the plugins was your Revolution slider. So this is already installed. We're just going to go and click on it. And here we have multiple slides, but the one we want is this posts home slide 1. So you can see this is a slider of all the posts or the posts that you've got. Okay, so I'm just going to click on it there. All right, so this is a slider of the posts. All right, and you can change. So currently it's going to be showing the featured image of the post there. All right, and currently we don't have any images for our post. That's why this is shown like that. Okay, I just wanted to show you that you could leave this like this and you could change your posts and add an additional image on your post from the images that I've shown you, or you could display something else. And I think with a lot of e-commerce sites, I've had a lot of success in the past where you got video content for your page, and people love video content because it displays what's happening. So I'm gonna find a way I'm gonna include a video, and with Slider Revolution you can do that very, very easily. You can add a Vimeo video, a YouTube video, or an HTML5 video. So I'm just gonna click on YouTube video, and I'm gonna add the video ID there. So this is the video I want to put in here. Is a video that's showing how to install a lace wig. All right, it's not my video, it's somebody else's, but it's on YouTube, so it's got all the YouTube what you call it, standard licensing. I mean, you can just have a look there to check the licensing. Okay, it's not shown there, but the YouTube standard licensing pretty much allows you to embed the videos in other websites, and they agree to that terms and conditions when they upload their videos on YouTube. So you can embed your video without worrying about whether you are, you are infringing on people's copyrights, because the YouTube standard license allows you to do that. That's why they've got the embed option already available for you to use. So you just, what you need is the video ID. So under the youtube.com watch, there's a question mark, and then there's V is equals to. V stands for video. Video is equals to. This is the video ID. So the video is equals to that number there. That's the ID that you want. You go back to your Slider Revolution, you just paste it in there, and then you're gonna say save the slide. Okay. And then once you've saved there, let's go to the front page and have a look. And provided everything went well, you should have your video there, right? So people that are coming to our website, the first thing they're going to see is a nice video of the wig and how to put on the wig. You can sit here and watch. It's going to keep people entertained. It's going to keep people on your website. Oh, they're looking. Oh, this is really nice. This is how you get the wig, and this is how you install it. And it shows them how to do that. And perhaps, yeah, so we're going to continue with that and then continue to edit the rest of the page. But before we do that, to just make this simpler for us, let's go to the back end. All right, and I want to start with all the products. First of all the products. All right, I just want to delete all these products, all the reviews. I just want to delete everything so that I'm left with nothing, so I can start everything from scratch. So take all these products and bulk action, move to trash, apply. Right, and then I'm going to do the same for the reviews. I'm going to just take all the reviews, move to trash, applies. Perhaps we should do the same thing here, and screen options, just display all of them. 999, apply, so that we can just delete all of them at once. Move to trash. I want all the reviews gone. We're going to create everything from scratch. All the content, we'll create our own. Under profiles as well, let's just click all these profiles, move to trash, apply. And we're going to do the same for, okay, I'm going to leave the posts for now, all right? And let's see what our page looks like now without the reviews and all sorts of things. Definitely the posts are still there. Okay, and you can see now that we removed the reviews, there's nothing there because there's nothing to show. And then you can see the latest posts, popular videos, featured reviews. Okay, that's good. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to the home page. All right, where's the home page? Pages. There's the front page. Right, and then I'm just going to delete. I'm going to delete this reviews. I'm going to delete that. Okay, good. I'm going to leave the divider, so I know I have to put something in between there. I'm going to delete the blog posts for now. Okay, it's just from the front page. I can add them later. Okay, we're just going to remove them because we want to just rebuild this page nicely from the beginning with a lot of. Let's leave the videos, but let's remove the posts there as well. Okay, and these are reviews, more reviews. I don't want my page to be review oriented because it's still new. I'm not gonna have reviews, and I don't want to create fake reviews. I wanna, people get me reviews, and I'm gonna remove the Instagram feed as well. Okay, so we only have the videos. Okay, under popular videos. All right. All right, and then the slider. So let's update this page and go back and have a look at what we've got on our front page. Definitely our slider should still be there. Okay, and let's just refresh this home page now that things are updated. Yeah, so there's nothing there. Popular videos, maybe I should remove that as well. Okay, let's just remove that. Just remove all of these so that I'm only left with the slider. And we are going to build everything from scratch. So at the top there, search for Ali Dropship. Ali Dropship is one of the most popular dropshipping plugins. So dropshipping, you can do it in two ways. You get a plugin and you install the plugin into your store, and the plugin, it helps you import products much easier from AliExpress. It automates the whole process, even your fulfillment of orders. When you get an order from your store, you can easily just use the plugin to get that stuff ordered on AliExpress, and track all of that is done for you. And you don't have to worry about the details of it, and it really will save you a lot of time if you can use a plugin. Now, I've used this Dropship.me plugin in the past. If you remember the last dropshipping store that we built, I think this is the one that we used, and it was great for watches. Okay, but the problem I've got with this Dropshipping.me is that what it says is that it has a curated list, so it doesn't have everything on AliExpress on it. They've got their own products which they get from AliExpress, and then they sort of mix and match for you. So if you're a new dropshipper and you haven't done your product research, and you don't know what are the great products to dropship and all of that, you can definitely use Dropship.me. And Dropship.me allows you up to 50 products for free, and you can test out. And when you want to dropship more than 50 products, then you're going to have to pay for it. Okay, I think I've used this as well at some point in my life. I didn't like it. It doesn't work very well. It doesn't import everything. You sort of misses some stuff. And then Ali Dropship, I can't find it here. I think you won't find it here. You have to go to the Ali Dropship website. One other thing you can do, which is what I did here, you can just sort of search for 10 best dropshipping plugins on the internet, and you'll see Ali Dropship is on the majority of the blogs. It's on the first one. So a lot of people that are doing dropshipping with AliExpress use this. The problem I've got with Ali Dropship is that it's not free. So it costs 889 US dollars. And I'm going to do a quick calculation for you here to just tell you how much is $89 in South African Rand. So if you take 89 and you multiply by the current exchange rate, you're paying about 1.5 for this, but the nice thing about it is that it is a one-time payment. Okay, you want to pay it once and you can use the plugin forever and you won't have to pay that again. But if you're a new dropshipper, if you're doing what I'm doing and you're following with this video, I do not recommend you pay for a dropshipping plugin just yet. And I'll tell you why. Because you are selling something new. You probably don't know how well Lacewigs are going to sell. Yes, you've done your product research and you've looked a little bit at the keyword planning and you've looked at a bit of, around the, how much it's going to cost you to advertise, and you feel like you're going to make a bit of profit. The problem is you never really know. When it comes to e-commerce and business in general, you never quite know until you take a piece of the pie. You can do everything right, you can have all your ducks in a row, but until you jump into that pool, you don't know how cold or hot the water is, okay? Even if you try to touch it with your hands, you will feel it on your inside. So you have to actually run your business and test it out and see the response you're getting, how people are buying your product, if you can actually sustain it. You have to test it out first. So for testing, for me personally, I think 1.5 thousand rands is a lot of money for me to test out a new product or a new store, because this is a new business, okay? So what I would advise you do is you either use that, okay, and you just work around the sort of inefficiencies of it. If you want to do this manually, you would come here, for example, and I've done this manually before, and it's a great way of doing it when you are starting out, okay? You find the product that you want, like this one here. Let's say we want to install, then you got to have a pen and paper or some record list so that you can remember where everything is, okay? Because what the plugins do for you that's really amazing is that you don't have to track the URLs and remember where the thing is, because once you close it, you will forget where the URL is. And if the product changes or the price changes or it's out of stock, you won't know unless if you check this regularly. So if you choose the manual option, just make sure that you will be double checking your URLs on a regular basis to make sure that your product is still there and that you have some place where you record what you're doing, okay? So maybe let's do the manual process. Let me show you the manual process for the sake of making this video complete, right? So let's say we want to manually drop ship this item. We don't want to do the plugins because we don't want to pay a lot of money. You need a couple of things. You need to know the exact URL so that you never forget where you got this product from, okay? You need to know the sizes, all right? So perhaps you need to know the sizes. You need to know the exact URL, all right? You need to know the prices of the products. You need to remember the shipping yourself, and you need to regularly check the URL to make sure that the product is not out of stock, okay? So I'm going to open a Word document where I'm going to do all of this, okay? Blank Word document, create. All right, and I'm going to say layout, just make this landscape. Okay, let's insert a table here. The URL, the price, the description. No, we'll add more if we want. Okay, so let's say this is the description of the product, the URL, and the price. Okay, and when you're starting out, you can definitely do this manually. Maybe if you have only like 20, 30 products, there's only 20, 30 things you gotta keep track of, okay? So the manual method, the description, the URL, the price, okay? So let us open this and put it somewhere there, all right? So I'm gonna just copy this description there, all right? All right, copy that description there. I remember now the other column we need. Insert columns to the right. This is the product variation, okay? product variation and price. And perhaps the first time you do this drop shipping, do this manually so that you know what these plugins are doing. A lot of people go into drop shipping and they just install a plugin and they click, they go, but they don't quite understand what is really happening. If you do this manually at least once, you understand what the plugins are doing and you understand your business better. What you're selling, what is the variation, how to put the variation in, because the plugins can automate so much for you that you lose track of your business details, and when problems arise, you don't know where to fix them because you don't quite know what's happening in your store. You just sort of installed a bunch of plugins and you thought everything would work well. So maybe the first time you do this, do it manually, and then once you know how the system works, you understand when you install a plugin what the plugin is doing. You understand? So maybe we'll do it like that. That's the URL there. I'm just gonna copy that. I know it's got a lot of other variables in it, but it doesn't matter. What's happening? Can we not? Okay, you can't make this smaller because of the long stuff. Oh, it's fine. And so look at the variation, right? So 10 inches, 150 density is $85, right? That's what I mean by the variation, okay? So that's 10 inches, right? 150% density. And the price is $85, which is about $86, okay? $86. And then you can have another column here. Let's just do it like that, okay? Insert columns to the right, and in here you can just have the ZAR price, and then you're gonna take your $86 and you're gonna multiply by your multiplier, which you said is about 23. So take 86 times 23, that's 1.978. It's a good thing to do this manually, so you can really understand the numbers, okay? It really helps you get into the granularity of what you're doing, all right? So 1,978 for a lace wig that's 10 inches, 150% density. But this is not a normal lace wig. This is one of those, ombre colored ones. Do you think people would pay that? You need to always stand and ask yourself this question. Would you pay $2,000 for an ombre lace wig that is, 10 inches long? I think I would, considering these ombre ones are in fashion now. And if you look at the 26-inch one, it's $290. Okay, so I'm going to put in the 26 inches one. Okay, so this is 26 inches and 150% density. That is how much? $290. So let's make it 291 to be on the safe side, and let's multiply that $291 times 23, including our profit margins in here, okay? So this is 6,693. 6,693. I think that's the price. That is the price of lace wigs, right? But out of the 693, the amount of profit you're making is this $291 times 23 19. I'm not 19, man, times 17. So this is costing you 4,900 to buy, and you're making 6,000. So what you can do, you can even reduce this so it's not too much, because and that's a nice thing about doing this manually as well. You can look at individual items and adjust your profits per individual item. So if, for example, you think this 6 is a lot because the cost, maybe let's have another, you know what, let me just figure something out. I'm going to try something here, okay? I'm going to try to see if this URL is not going to get me to the product itself, because I think the other part of the URL is just, let's take the question mark out, okay? Yeah, it still gets you to the product, okay? So the other parts of the URL are not necessary. This is just the details of the, like the selections I've made. And this is making this table of mine like look ridiculous. So let's shorten that, okay, right? And because I want to create more columns to show you. That's the price, okay? I want to include, no, this is the cost, okay? This is the USD cost. USD cost, okay? And I want to have another column here that says insert new columns to the right. I want another column that says ZAR profits. Okay, so if you want to know the profits, we're just going to take the cost, which is 86 times 17, that's 14, all right, and minus 1978, that's 516, okay. 516 is decent. So if somebody buys this, you're going to make 500 rands. And perhaps do this for all your products. This is going to take you time, and I'm not going to do this on the screen because I don't have the time to do this on the screen, but perhaps do this manually, because if you do it manually, then you can decide, okay, this is too much. The percentage is the right percentage, but I mean, 6,000 is too much, so you could reduce this to 5,000 maybe and still make 500 rand profit. Okay, but not have the difference being too large, and make the wig still affordable. So you don't have a one rule for everything of all we're going to increase everything by 100%, because when it comes to the more expensive items, they might be too expensive, and you want people to buy from your store. You want to make decent profits, but you want people to buy from your store. You actually want to be as cheap as possible, but make decent profits, because you want to outbid your competitors. Think about it this way. Other people are also drop shipping the same items. So you're going to compete with them with delivery times, and we've already sorted that out by making sure that we're getting between 9 to 22 days, nothing more than 20 days delivery. So this item that will arrive latest 2 weeks to your clients. So you've got that good. Most clients will not worry about this, especially if they're going to get a good quality wig. The second thing is your pricing. That's where you're going to beat your competitors. The lower you can go, the better. I mean, even if you're making only 300 rand, 400 rand, you know, that's sufficient for making up for your Google margins, all right, Google advertising margins. Then you just need to sell more volume. You know, the more you sell, the better. So rather, instead of increasing the price of individual items, rather try and find a way to increase volumes so that you can sell more and make your money from the volumes, okay? Okay, let's continue with our manual addition of this product into our store. So I've already added the product, and I just wanted to show you how I did it, okay? All right, so let's go to where's the wig? There it is, okay? So the first thing that you need is the product images, okay? You need to find a way to get these product images so that you can use them on your website. What I don't like about this is the fact that the images have got writing on them. So you're going to have to remove this writing before you can use things like Google Shopping and things like, you know, Facebook Shopping. Even for people to take you seriously in your store, and you don't want people to see the name and then go and Google it themselves and then buy directly from AliExpress. You want them to buy it from your store. So you definitely want to remove this branding. And they have it here so you don't steal their images, but then they understand how dropshipping works. I don't understand why they would put it here, because they know that the majority of people that come here do dropshipping, and we don't want these images on there. So you have to find a way to remove this branding. But I'm not going to do this in this video. I'm just letting you know that you must get rid of it. So what I'm going to do in this video is I've already shown you the URL, okay? So we've already listed the URL, we've listed the prices, so we know how much everything we're selling it for, we know how much profit we're going to be making. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of what we call on-page SEO for the product page, and how to do the perfect product page so that you get, you know, proper, you know, like you've done the on-page search engine optimization. Now, the first thing you need to decide when you're doing on-page SEO is the keyword that you want to go for. So for this specific wig, I've selected the keyword ombre straight lace wig as the keyword that I'm going to work with. So I'm going to be using this in my title. I'm going to be using this all over the website. I'm going to be using this in my images, because this keyword must be throughout your page to signal to the Google search engines that this page is about an ombre straight lace wig, even though the main keyword that you used for the entire website was just lace wig. For the specific pages, you have to use different keywords. You can't use the same keyword for all the pages because you're going to be stealing from your own whatever. So you have to find new keywords for each and every single page that you create, but the keywords can be related. So this specific wig is an ombre wig, so you can use that in your description or in your keyword. So I've already selected this, and so you're gonna download the images. The best way to download the images is to use this plugin that is called you can get this. It's like a Chrome extension. Just go search for Chrome extension image downloader. There's lots of them that you can find. You can use any one of them, and you just install that Chrome extension. And once you have it installed on the page that you're on, you would put it on, and it will find all the images on that page, and you download the ones that you want using that download button at the top. And the nice thing is that it will download the images properly as an image, instead of the WebP version or whatever. The second way you can download the image if you don't have this extension, if you're using a Mac, what I used to do, or I still do sometimes, is just take a screenshot of it, okay? So if you just use like Command-Shift-4, you would get that camera thing on the screen, like that one, and you can just sort of like drag it over the image, like that, and it will take a screenshot of the image, and then you have it under your screenshots where they are saved in your desktop, and then you rename it and you use it as you wish, okay? So there's two ways to do it, but the best way is to use the image downloader, because it downloads it in its native format as opposed to taking a screenshot, which then sometimes a screenshot is huge in size and you don't want that. Once you've downloaded the image like that, you're going to save it. So I've saved all these images here, okay? I've downloaded all of them, ombre straight lace. You can see the way I've named the image names is related to the keywords that I've chosen for my page, okay? So the ombre straight lace wig is the main image, and all the other ones I've just named them 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, so they still have the keyword in the name of the image, because that also helps you with your SEO. So once you've done that, just close that there. So you come here. The keyword must be the first words in the title of your page. Okay, that's on page SEO good practice. Your keyword must also be the first words in your first paragraph of your page. So normally I just copy that down there, and then you must sort of have your keyword appear 3 or 4 times in the page. Okay, so I have it there. I have it in a title there. Okay, and I have it, I think, somewhere else. I think it's about 3 or 4 times it must appear on your page, and not more than that. So also don't over optimize. Don't then have your keyword appearing 100 times or 10 times. You want it 3 or 4 times is sufficient. Also in your image and in your out of the image, all right? So if you look at that image that we took, if we click on it, you will see I've already uploaded this image, all right? Let's just wait for it. Okay, so the network is not very good here, but if this was working, you would see the title of the image. I've sort of named it what I wanna name it. It should be in the meta tag of the image, the keyword. It should be in the description. It should be in the caption. It should be all over the terms of the image, and you should describe all these elements and don't leave them blank. So once you're done with that, another thing that I wanna demonstrate to you in the product description page is that you want to write a long product description. So a lot of new dropshippers just want to go to AliExpress, copy and paste, and then put it here. And if you use the dropshipping plugins, that's what they do for you. They will go to AliExpress, they will just copy and paste the description from AliExpress, and they'll put it on your website. And people are lazy. They want to dropship 100 products at a time, and they don't have time to go through the product descriptions one by one. It's a very bad idea. Don't do it, because there's a lot of people that do dropshipping, and you don't want to be another dropshipping show. You actually want to appear authentic. So the only thing you're really taking away from the dropshipping is the product, is the fact that you don't want to keep stock of the product. You want to be able to get orders on your site and place the orders on AliExpress. Beyond that, you should treat your online store as a normal business. You should take charge of all your products. You should know what's happening with your products. You should rewrite all your product descriptions, okay? So what I've done here is I've written. The title is not the same title from AliExpress. You can see this is your AliExpress title. I've got even no words from the AliExpress title. I only have the other than that, I rewrote the description using my own words. Okay, use your own words. Don't copy and paste some, because Google also, it penalizes you for what we call plagiarized content. So if you just copy and paste everything from a different website, including the descriptions and the image names, your page is not going to rank. It's going to struggle to rank, because Google is going to pick up this content. It's similar to content from somewhere else. You've plagiarized this website. It's not your original website. I mean, it's not your original content, and it doesn't rank very well. So if you must rewrite these descriptions in your own words, and make sure you are not copying and pasting from somewhere else. Okay, then after that, I've just found some nice things to add in here. Just keep, because the key here is you want this product description to be long. Okay, you want there to be at least 400 words in your product description. So you want to write a long product description, because your SEO requires it as well. You don't just want a short, boom, this is the lace wig, you can buy it from here, boom, place an order. No, you are writing a long description, because the longer the description, the better you rank with Google. Google likes a lot of content, a lot of words, but also what you're writing must be useful to the client. So the client, when they come to this page, perhaps they want to know how to comb the wig, how to keep the wig in good shape, how to wash, how to put it on. So the same video that I have on my front page that shows you how to put on a lace wig, I've got the same video on here, because maybe somebody didn't get it on the front page. Maybe they sort of followed a link that led them straight to the product description page. They can just watch this video again. It's also an embed. It's a YouTube embed. So I've just added that in there. And then people always want to know your delivery times. And when you're doing an online store, especially when you're drop shipping, it doesn't matter whether you're drop shipping or not, whatever you do, you need to be very clear, very, very clear on your product description page, how long the delivery takes. So we know the delivery is about 9 to 20 days. We have to tell people that at the beginning. So if they pay with PayFast, the order will be placed immediately and they will get it in 9 to 20 days. If they choose to use a direct bank transfer, we will wait for your money to clear in our bank account, and then we will ship the order, and then it will take 9 to 20 days, okay? We need to be very clear about that. And then I've added the terms and conditions for two reasons. Number one, you also want to remind them, hey, if you place this order, you are agreeing to our terms and conditions. But the second reason why you want to put this in here is the links, the backlinks, internal links, external links. You want to get your high SEO score on the page, and Google likes links, okay? So you need two types of links. You need links that are linking to some other page on your website, and then you need outside links that link to outside pages. So I've got two outside links. The YouTube video is an outside link. It doesn't qualify as a link because it's an embed, okay? But I've got a wig to just a random page about lace wigs, and actually just have it in there for the sake of getting good SEO. But when you're done with the product description page, you need to go to the bottom here, and if you've installed all the plugins like the way I showed you, we didn't install the plugins one by one. We just click the whole list and we install the yellow lot. If you've done that, you should have Yoast SEO installed, because it was also part of that list of plugins that we had. And Yoast SEO helps you, do your on-page SEO better. So you put in your keyword phrases there, and then it gives you like a scoring of some sort. If you look there, it will tell you need to have all these things, meta description lines, all of that. And so go through these things and make sure they're all red. If you haven't done anything, you will see it will tell you, it will show it in red, like it's saying red key phrase in subheading. Like I don't have the key phrase in subheading. I know for a fact I have it because I specifically put it there, and this is a subheading, it's a heading 2, but for some reason Yoast can't read it, so don't worry about it. If some of the things you've done them, but they're not showing as green. But this is a good indication of your on-page SEO. So Yoast is very good with that. You need to have outbound links. This is the outbound link that we put in here. It's that one there that goes to an outside website. That's our outbound link, okay? You need to have an internal link. This internal link is the one that we added here for our terms and conditions. Is internal to the website. You could also have links to other products. Okay, but that's added for you anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. You need to have key phrase in the introduction. So we've selected our key phrase, ombre straight lace wig, which is the same phrase here, ombre straight lace wig, which is how we use to name our images, which is what we use to put on the alt text of the images. We must have it also in the introduction. Remember, I already said that to you. It must be in the title. It must be on the first page of, so people must know immediately when they read the page, this is about ombre lace wigs, right? So I'm going to just copy that as well and put it in the short description here at the bottom quickly before I forget, because I'm going to forget this. Nonetheless, then you need to have the key phrase length is good. The density, it was found 5 times, that's all right. So remember what I said, between 3 and 5 times for this length, you're good. The meta description is there. You know, previously you haven't used this key phrase somewhere else on the same website. So there's a lot of things, and go through them, and if you see something is in orange or is in red, go and fix it. So this shows you, as you can even see where the problem is. Like if, for example, this was red, okay, it's not because it's telling it in the heading, but if something else was red, you go to click there and it will show you exactly where the thing is. And then the second thing that Yoast helps you with is readability. Okay, so readability is just how you write your page, that you have enough headings, enough subheadings, you know, the paragraphs are not too long, the sentences are not too long, are not too short, you know, because it's sort of, then Google's not going to quite measure you on this, I think, I'm not sure, but the readability is just good to keep your clients and people that are reading the page quite sort of engaged. People want to see headings, subheadings, so you don't write just one long description, one long paragraph. You know, you can see I've got headings, subheadings, you know, I've highlighted the things I want people to see, I've got images, videos. You know, so this is going to be an easy page for a client to navigate through. They're going to be able to like see a lot of things and how to do things there. And we've got that done. And we've scored green on readability, and we've scored green on SEO. This is really what you want. When you come to your product page design, you want to see 2 greens, and that's really good. And what I normally do with my stores is that I do one page and I optimize it and I get it green. And once I've gotten that done, I actually just replicate it for every other page. I replicate the page, and the only thing I change is my keyword, because everything else I keep the same. If I'm selling hair, you know, or lace wigs, or within the same product category, you know, the writing is going to be similar. If it's all lace wigs, you know, you're going to wash them the same. You're going to put them on the same. It's just maybe a shorter wig, a longer wig, an ombre wig, you know. So the only thing that's changing between this page and the next page is your keywords, because that definitely cannot keep the same keywords. But other than that, then I'll just replicate this page and just do the same thing everywhere I go. But this is how you do your on-page SEO, okay? So this is how you do your on-page SEO. So as far as on-page SEO is done for the product page, we are definitely done. And every other page that you do is just designed the same. You will have your readability and you'll have your SEO score. You've got to include you gotta get green on all these things. You gotta get your product image. You gotta name the product properly. You gotta have the alt image. I mean, all of the things we went through. That's how you do it. And so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna get this product to go live. We're gonna include it in the store. We're gonna have a look at this, what the store looks like. Make sure that our checkout process is all configured and it's all done. And then, you know, hopefully we can get our store live, and we can start selling wigs right away. So this is, so far, it's just one product, because it actually takes a bit of time to do this. It takes more time than I thought, especially getting the images downloaded from the thing. So this is something that's going to take you time. But if you're a new dropship, I highly recommend, before you go for the plugins, just do this once manually, okay? And then when your store grows and you get more orders and you get a lot of clients, at least now you understand what's really happening in the back end, then you can start, you know, sort of implementing and using the different plugins to do this for you and automate the process for you. Okay, so what we've done now is off camera, I have added 3 products, and when you have time, add as many products as you like. When you're doing it manually, you're not limited. Just make sure you keep track of your products as you're adding them, especially the URL, because if somebody places an order, you need to be able to go back to the URL and place the order yourself. And if you can't remember where you got the product from, you're going to have a problem. So I've done that. I've only done one variation. I'm not going to do all the variations for today because I don't have the time to do that. I'll do it offline. Okay, but you can see the cost, the price I'm going to sell it for, the profits I'll make per product, and the keywords. And this is up to you how you adjust these numbers. Just make sure that the price you're selling it for is a reasonable price. In fact, you want it to be as low as possible to attract people to buy from you, because you'd rather sell volumes than sell, expensive things and you sell only one of the items. So once you've done that, we're going to now include these items in our front page and complete our e-commerce store, do the whole checkout, and let's do that now. If you look at our home page, okay, there's nothing there now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the home page itself. Okay, so the home page, if you go to pages or pages and you look for the home page, I've already opened it on the screen. You'll see I deleted everything and there's nothing there for now. I'm just going to add, you see what the visual context composer that comes with the CMS Masters allows you to add a whole lot of, sort of customizable things that normally you would need, like, sort of like Elementor Pro to do. But once you install this thing once, you only pay for it once, and you've got all of these things that you can add. For example, products. You can add products directly to your front page, and they'll be linked to the end page, and people will be able to directly place orders or add them to cart from the front page, which is really amazing. So that's what I'm going to add. I'm going to add a product to the front page, product list. So when you edit, it goes right to the end, and you can just sort of shift these items around by like sort of clicking on it and dragging it. So I just want to drag it right after the divider, so that I have the slider, the divider, and then I have the products. Okay, so click on those products there and you'll see recent products, that's fine. Based according to the date, that's all right. According to the date, that's fine. And because I only have 3 products, I'm just going to display 3 products for now. And then after that, I will show only like 3 columns for the products. And then, yeah, just do it like that. It's simple. So this will show 3 products, the 3 that I've got. Okay, you can actually make this like 6 if you want. It doesn't matter. It won't show the first 3. And then they'll be in the column of 3, right? Column count. And then update that. And once you've updated that, remember, design the SEO of this page to like you've designed the product page SEO, the way I showed you, your title, your featured image, everything on this page. And you can do the readability, the SEO, the same way I've done that. You can do this for each and every single page of your e-commerce store. And I'm not going to do this now, but you need to do it. All right, so after you've done that, I'm just going to click update, because I just want to show you quickly the page that we're going to do and what it looks like after we're done. You go to the products page. Let's go to the actual website itself and refresh this website page. And once we've refreshed it, we'll see our video and look at our products, right? The products showing, remember I asked for a column of 3, and you can see that there. Maybe you can have 4 might look better. And as you add more products, I think because I've limited it to 6, all 6 will show here. And later on when you do blogs, you can show the blogs here as well. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like this, 3 wigs, the video, and you can add more later. Because we don't have the time, we will leave it there. And this cookie setting accept thing also comes with this the compliance, privacy policy thing. It comes with a theme already pre-installed, so this is really nice, and you're compliant if you want to sell in European countries that users have to accept cookies as they go into your website. Now what I want to do is fix the menu so that I have the home, the shopping pages, and the shop page and all the other whatever. So I want to get rid of this menu as it is and just create a new menu the way I like it. So for that, we will go to appearance, and under appearance we go to menus. Okay, and under menus, all right, all these items, just remove them. Okay, remove everything, so we can redesign this menu to edit. Okay, so what menu is this? I want to edit the primary navigation menu. Okay, so sorry, I could leave it and don't save so that you don't change a lot of things. Okay, so the menu that appears here, I think, will be the primary navigation menu. And let's just make sure it's got the reviews, brands, tutorials. Just make sure it's the one. Home, reviews, brands, tutorials. That's the one. It's got a whole lot of things I don't want. Okay, So, can I delete the entire menu, or must I delete these items one by one? It's going to be a bit of a process. Okay, so let's just do that. If you know of a way to like delete the whole menu at once, please let me know. Okay, because you would save me. Oh, delete menu. There you go. Delete menu. Awesome. Awesome. In fact, yeah. So then what I'm going to do then, I'm going to create a new menu. Leave. And I'm going to call this primary navigation menu. Okay, home menu. Okay, create menu. All right. And add items to the menu. So the first thing I want is the shop page. I want the shop page to be the first thing that people see. I'm going to add that to the menu. And then after the shop page, I want people to see their account page, which is like a WooCommerce endpoint. You know, I want them to see their account details. Let me see. Pages, view all, front page. Okay, the cart page, all right. I want them to see the my account page, all right, and I want them to see the terms and conditions page. Okay, I'm not going to complicate this. So I want them to see the shop, the cart, their account, and terms and conditions. We're going to build blogs into this and a whole lot of other things later, and then we can show them on the menu. But for now, I just want to show the things that I actually have. And these are the most important ones. I hope I have an privacy policy as well. Yeah, add that to the menu. And so privacy policy and all of that. And I think those are the main ones. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, and the home front page. Okay, and the home front page will be the first one, and then they'll see the shop, the cart, they'll go to see their accounts, the terms and conditions. Okay, and the privacy policy, I'm going to have that as a sub menu to the terms and conditions. So you just drag it underneath and it will sort of appear underneath that as a drop down, and the account. So let's save that. And let's sort of see if this changes would have taken, if this would be the primary navigation menu. Let's go to the home page and refresh that and see if our primary navigation has changed. Yes, it has. You now see the home, the shop, the cart, the account, the terms and conditions. If you go to the shop page, let's see what's shown there. You only see the items we've added. So this shop page is created for you automatically by WooCommerce and the way the thing is set up. Okay, so we can immediately add an item to cart. Okay, and then let's go and see our cart page. And you can see these are the items you've added to cart. We can't check out yet because we haven't implemented the shipping policies and the the other things. So let's do that now, the shipping policy and the checkout, so that people can be able to ship and check out of our store. And then once we've done that, you should be able to, your store is live. Currently, if anybody goes and visits lacefix.co.za, the store is actually live. They can't buy anything because I haven't implemented the checkout. So let's do that quickly. And then by the time we finish this tutorial today, your shop is going to be online and people are going to be able to immediately place orders for Wix. So for us to be able to get our store ready for checkout and for us to complete the entire process on the store, there's two main things we need to do is to include the shipping requirements and the payment methods. So for that, you need to WooCommerce. Okay, so just click on WooCommerce and go to settings. Okay, so if you click on WooCommerce the first time, it's still trying to take you through the overview, but whatever, but forget about that. Just go directly to the settings so that you can do that manually yourself, okay? So under settings, go to products. Okay, products we don't need to do anything there. Let's start with shipping, all right? So under shipping, we're just gonna set one shipping shipping zone for everybody, and just call it free shipping, because everything we're buying, the shipping is included in the pricing. If you recall, all the products that we have are currently with free shipping. So we're just gonna call this South Africa, and South Africa, all of South Africa. And after that, we're not going to limit to any postcode, just the whole country. And we're going to add a shipping method, is a flat rate. All right. Actually, no, let's delete that. Let's add a shipping method and call it free shipping. Okay. Add a shipping method is free shipping, and that's for everything, and save the changes. All right. So when we go to shipping options, no, cancel. We'll save the changes. That should be saved. All right. And so let's go back to settings, leave. I don't know if that's saved, because let me just go and check it. Free shipping. Okay, it is saved. So let's go to payments. For payments, we can do two options: the direct bank transfer, is where you give them your bank account details, and they will, and then they do that. So I'm gonna set this up and just show you quickly how to do it. All right. So for this, you just said bank transfer, you enable it there. You have to enable it at the top. Give instructions there, say use check account. All right, and just put in your account number there. Okay, I'm gonna put in the right account number later. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna ABSA, branch code 100, IBAN 100, or Swift 100. Okay, I will do this later. Save changes. Don't worry about it. I will actually include my right ones because I want to, but I don't have the details now, so I'll do it later. So once you've enabled changes, save that and go back to payment. Okay, so payment. And the next one we want to do is a credit card processing here in South Africa. And for that, we want to use our PayFast. Okay, there's a more detailed video on this. So I'm not going to do this for you now. If you haven't seen that video, go and watch that video and figure out how to do the PayFast settings, because it also shows you how to do the direct bank transfer settings. But basically, if you've done all of that, you save. You can go back to your store and go to your home page, and clients should be able to check out of your store. Everything has been sorted. Okay, I haven't looked at the terms and conditions. I've done a video as well on the details of terms and conditions, the privacy policy. You need to also include a shipping policy and a returns policy. You need 4 policies for e-commerce: terms and conditions, privacy, shipping, and returns, refunds policy. I'm not going to do that in this video. Go watch those videos. The details are available, and I will do that off screen. But our website is complete for now. It's not fully professional. We're going to be building this as we go along, as we go through our process. So there's a lot to still do. But we are now in the web design process. The web design is done. So I would say that is done. I'm going to close that task, and I've shown you how to do the on-page SEO. So all our tasks for the day are completed. And next week, we're going to have the task where we're going to set up the Google Search Console, Google Analytics, Google Site Kit. But I'm going to spend a little bit more time completing the design for this website, because I'm not quite happy. I mean, if I was a client and this was all I saw, I'm not going to be completely happy with this. So what we're going to do next week as well, maybe I could add this while we're here, is that we're going to do a little bit of blogging to, a little bit of blogging, and let's just set it up for Wednesday as well. So next week, Wednesday, let's set it up for that, and we'll do the blogging. This will help you have more content for the front page. You can then link to your blogs there. Perhaps you can, add, some other little bit of content in here as well, and make this page a little bit rosy and attractive for people. But the store as it is right now is fully functional. If somebody visited this domain right now, if you want a lace wig coming there, order one. It will be working, but obviously the bank account details you receive will be the wrong ones, because I haven't updated that to the right ones, and I'm going to do that now. So guys, thank you very much for watching.